first video of Northumberland Haunted Museum vlogs. So I'm Michelle, I'm the founder of Northumberland Haunted Museum, and we are about protecting the paranormal history and the haunted folklore of the North East before it disappears forever. So I was meant to do a bit of a different video today, but certain things haven't gone to plan. Basically, we were meant to take all of the stuff which you'll see in my office and put it into our storage container, but Sarah's car broke down so that hasn't happened. So I thought instead I'll just come on here and have a little chit chat and talk to you guys about the museum, why we started it, what's going to be happening in the sort of next week, and go from there. These videos are going to be really like raw and unedited, and as you can tell, I've got no makeup on. It's a Sunday afternoon of a bank holiday weekend, and yeah, I am just gonna do my best, but you guys wanted behind the scenes, so you asked for it. No, but what we're gonna do is basically where we are at now is that I've got the keys. We are in, so to speak. I have had to order a bunch of wallpaper stripping stuff, one of those things that you like peel off the stuff that's on windows. Don't know the technical term for any of this. A bunch of sandpaper, polyfiller, and all of that jazz. Step ladders. I've gone from buying haunted dolls to step ladders. I don't know how this happened, but here we are. And I also am aware that I'm really struggling to find where my eye line needs to be on this video, but it's a learning process, so I apologise, I will get better. That being said, I might just film other things and not me, because you might get sick of my face. But I'm also in my bedroom because I can't get into the actual office, because you'll see why when you see the next bit. But basically what we're going to be doing over the next week is ripping up carpets, taking off wallpaper. We've got a kitchen to rip out because it hasn't been updated since like the 1970s, which if it wasn't so bad it would actually be quite good, if you know what I mean. And we're going to rip that out. We're toying with the idea of taking down a wall to open up upstairs a bit more, or we might just make it 2 rooms. I'm not quite sure. You'll see when I give you a walkthrough on Monday. I'm going to be going, which is tomorrow, I will be going there and ripping off some wallpaper and making a big to-do list of other things that I need to think about, get quotes for, get people in. I possibly won't show you the basement, only because it's such it's really hard to get into at the moment, and it's quite heavy, the door, so I can't really lift it on my own, so I'll need someone else there with me to do that. So I might do that when either my stepson or my husband's with me, or somebody else, and then we can give you a little look of what that looks like at the moment, because in the future it's going to look very, very different, and it's actually going to be usable for the first time since, I think they said the last time somebody went down there was actually like way before 1998, so there could be some hidden treasures down there, which will be quite interesting. So basically the museum is a community interest company, which means it's like a charity, not for profit, but there is things like the directors and staff and stuff like that will get a salary, which is a very sort of basic salary. It's not, you know, lots and lots of money, but the reason we're doing this is for charity, and for the community, to make these like stories, preservations. We're going to put a load of projects together so that the community can get involved. The museum itself is actually going to be free entry. The only thing we're going to charge for is like the ghost walks, paranormal evenings, events, workshops, that kind of thing. The shop, we do have the online shop at the moment, but when the museum opens, we're actually going to have some items in the shop museum that you can buy. So there's going to be a little bit of there. I won't say what, but we have spoken to a few local people who are on the slightly spooky side of things. So that is going to be happening. What else could I tell you? There's the ghost walks. We are hoping will be starting soon. The reason they're taking so long is because we've got 2 historians who are really credible historians that are actually doing it. They are also quite busy people, so they are doing this volunteering over their own time, in their own free time. So they are basically putting everything together to try and make this the best that they can do, and they are really meticulous in their research. So we are going to be doing that very, very soon. Once everything's done, the people that have put the crowdfunder things in will be the first to receive their little bits that they've obviously pledged to get. So if you are on the crowdfunding, you've done that, you will be getting those very, very soon. We are then going to there's such a list of things to do that I keep forgetting everything we're doing. So the crowdfunders, people will get that. We're then going to have a launch evening where some special guests are going to come. There'll probably be some press there as well, because the press are very interested in this. And like the local town councillor and people like that. I've also got some spooky guests coming. We are then going to be doing a special meet and greet with a Northumbrian or Northeast TikTok person, and it's not me. It's somebody else. They're going to be doing something special in the museum. We've got a mediumship night coming up with James Layton and Phantom Frequencies and Northumberland Ghost Hunters, and that is coming up in, I think it's June or July, I can't remember exactly, but that will be on our social media and stuff like that. So that's all happening. We're then going to start putting workshops in. We're going to do workshops around like the Wheel of the Year. We're going to do, there's just loads of things that I've got planned. Some of the things I'm going to keep under my hat. You'll all just have to wait and see and follow along with that. But basically these videos, I don't think they're going to be daily, but there'll be as many as we can. I will just share the process of like setting up the museum, because I think it will be really interesting to see what it looks like in 6 years time, like where we started, what we've got now as to what we'll have then, whether we're moving into a bigger premises. It'll be nice to like see how far we've come and take you all along on the journey. By then I'll probably work out where I actually need to be staring out on this bloody camera. So I do apologise that I'm probably looking like here, there and everywhere. But yeah, so please like, subscribe, share, drop your comments. Let us know what you want to see in the museum. If you've got any stories or anything like that you want to share with us, please do. All the links were going to be in the description. So yeah, just I hope you enjoy, and thanks for following, thanks for supporting, and I hope to see you all there when we open. Bye. So this is my home office, and I just want to share with you the state it is in due to parcels getting delivered. And no, I haven't brought a printer. That's actually got something quite cool in, which I will show you later. So here we have a massive pile of boxes. That's Cherry, isn't she cute? And then we have another massive pile, and then we have another big parcel. We have another lot of parcels. We have a bag full of stuff there. We have a massive another pile of parcels there. And we have another massive piles of parcels there. So as you can see, there isn't actually much room in here for me to stand. And I definitely can't work. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of an insight. There are actually more coming today as well, and I have no idea where I'm going to put them. But we are going to be in, you can also see my piles of research that I've been doing in there, with all the tabs. I did that ages ago, I just need to like put them into some form. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment, but these are all going to storage tomorrow. But by the time you all see this video, they will already be in storage and we would have shown you the storage unit. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to reach that desk again at some point.